Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, getting in from work, waxing some floors. I've been doing it all day long. Scent of the night or evening. You knew what I wore earlier today. If you've seen the video, not gonna go back through that again. I did, however, change my fragrance because I did sweat, and plus what I had on didn't last all day, and I didn't want to reapply again for a third time. So I changed and wore something different. And this one is one I talked about the other day. I found in TJ Maxx and I picked it up. It was pretty reasonably priced, I should say. Between 15, I think, and 20 bucks. It's Azzaro Chrome Sport. If you can see it. And my initial first impression was that it smells good. I like the frosted bottle. And as you can see, if you can see it, on the front of the bottle here, that is leakage from when you spray. If you can see it, from when you spray, it leaks from the atomizer, which is here. Not a big issue to me, but I decided to go with this one today just to see what would happen and give it a wearing. And I sprayed this on heavily because although this is light and the atomizer sprays crazy good, that's a nice mist, you do have to go kind of heavy in order to get a decent wearing out of it. So I sprayed myself good, neck, behind the ears. I sprayed the hell out of my shirt, my arms, and I went out the door. So I got on the elevator, went down to the first floor because I'm on the third floor. I went down to the first floor, door opens up, two ladies, Caucasian ladies, were standing in front of me. I was getting off, they passed me getting on, and one of the ladies said, because I know I had the elevator filled up, she was like, you smell good. So, you know, I smiled and said thank you, and I walked off. And then I got to the front office to go see if I had any packages or any mail. And I walked in, and somebody was ahead of me. But the guy behind the counter was like, oh, you don't have any mail, you can, whatever. So I left, closed the door. I walked around the corner from the front door, and on the side is a side door to the office where the housekeeping laundry is. Well, they were, I guess, loading up their carts or what have you. And one of the new girls, she said she's been here about a week now. I walked past her, and she said, oh, you smell good. And, you know, same thing. I smiled, I said thank you, and I went on around the corner. So 2 unsolicited compliments before I even left the premises of where I stayed from this fragrance. So I could just imagine what would happen if I wore this to work. I'm contemplating wearing this tomorrow, but I'm not sure. I want to test out some more of them decants that I have in that container up there, but I'm definitely leaning more towards wearing this one just to see what kind of compliments I perhaps can get off of this tomorrow. So whatever I said, you guys know me, I keep it 100, I keep it G. This, despite what I may have said in my first initial impression video, is a banger in my book. And I actually talked to a subscriber earlier. I don't know if it was on, he left a message on Facebook or on my YouTube comment section, but he said good looking out on the assist with the Azzaro Chrome Sport. He said he loves it. It's a banger, and I'm gonna have to agree with him. This is a banger. Whenever I get 2 unsolicited compliments before I even leave my place good, that says a lot about this fragrance. Very nice summery type fragrance, maybe for the spring also. Wouldn't wear this in cold weather. I personally could see myself wearing this on a date. If it causes that kind of, if it gets those kind of, garners those kind of compliments, I can honestly say that this would probably be a pretty decent date scent. Maybe not for nighttime, but in the daytime. Like if we were gonna have a picnic or go to the beach or go have ice cream and walk on the pier or something like that, then yeah, this would be great. Nighttime, I probably wouldn't wear this, but this is a nice fragrance. Very sporty, as it says. Not overly citrusy. If there are any citrus in this, I need to look up the notes. I'm not going to tell you guys what the notes are, but I need to look this up just to see what's in it. I wish more companies would at least find a spot on their box and imprint the note breakdown. There are one or two fragrances that I do have that do put the note breakdowns on the box or the bottle, but it's their company. They're going to do it how they want to do it. So Azzaro Chrome Sport, guys. If you see it at your local TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington, Bells, wherever you shop, discount stores, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. And for everyone who wants to know what I have left as far as like what I'm trying to trade or sell the rest of this week, not a lot of good fragrances. I have some average ones or just below average ones. So I understand if nobody wants anything or wants to bundle up something and trade for something else. I get it. I understand. So first up, I have Cordovan, which is by Banana Republic. And I've said it before, I'm not going to go through all these, open up all of these, but this one and Slate and Black Walnut, in which I don't have that one because I don't like that fragrance, period. I bought it and I took that shit right back. Both bottles from Slate and this one are the same. The juice color is different on Slate. It's purple, and I think the top is different also. Banana Republic, Black Walnut is all glass. I don't think it has a top on it like this, but I could be mistaken. Really don't even care because I didn't like that fragrance. It was horrible to me. I know a lot of people who said that they did like it. I don't like it. I will go ahead and show you Slate. And this one has the chrome looking top, even though it's plastic. But I like that purple juice color. It's nice. And if nobody wants these, then I'll just keep them, display them on my shelf, because I think those two bottles look very nice. One that I bought some years back from Walmart around Christmas time one year. And I don't even think I opened it to smell it. I think I was one of them kids, I was a teenager at the time or in my early 20s, one of the two. I was fresh out of high school, and I really wasn't big into fragrances, but if you saw one of my other videos, the original Burberry is my favorite. Back in the day, that was my signature scent, so I was into Burberry fragrances, and I bought this one a few weeks back, maybe a month back, when I was in Savannah, and this is Burberry The Beat, and this is the one I picked up around Christmas, back when I said I was a little younger. I was a young Mr. Cheap Sense. I was infatuated with trying to get this fragrance, and I bought it. I took it back, and years later, which like I said, a month or some weeks back, I bought this one, and I sprayed it, and I'm not really a fan of this one, to be honest. There are some people who might be interested in this one, or who have smelled it and may be looking for it or want it. This is a 50 ml bottle. I like the bottle, and if nobody gets it, then I'll end up just keeping it and displaying it on my shelf. But I'm really not a big fan of this one. It's okay. It's just not all of that, but it's up for grabs. I know you can find these easily at your local City Trends. If you have a City Trends in your area, they have Cuba fragrances all day long. This one actually came from Ross for $6.99. This is Cuba Shadow, which is supposed to be a clone of Blue de Chanel, and it kind of smells like it. Maybe a sweeter version of it in the opening. Excuse me, guys. It smells like a sweeter version of it in the opening. And on my skin, this probably lasted about 5, maybe 10 minutes, and then after that, it was completely gone. May perform better on somebody else, but on me, this didn't work. So it's up for grabs, and I know, guys, you probably can pick this up for cheaper than what I got it for. But you know, if somebody's looking to trade for something and you just want to try it out, it's right here. Another one from the same house is Cuba Royal. I sprayed the little one that's in here a couple of times, not the big one. But this one was $8.99, and it came from City Trend. And it smells good. This one, I believe, is a 1 million clone. Yeah, it's a clone of 1 million. And if you don't have Paco Rabanne 1 million, and you don't want to pay the price for it, this is a very good alternative to that. You can pick this up also from City Trend, Ross, places like that. Not bad, but you know, just because Shadow didn't perform well, now it has a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't want any part of any of these newer releases that came out. Now the older ones, the ones I'm keeping, like Cuba Black, Platinum, the Prestige, Gold, ones like that, like those, the older ones that came out, they perform great. They last long. They project well. These new ones, I think they just put this stuff out just because they know people are gonna buy them, because they're clones of, because clones are big right now, of their some of them's favorite fragrances. So I get it. One I didn't put on the last time, and which I don't think anybody's really going to be interested in, but just to throw it out there, I saw somebody post one of these the other day, and it made me think. I was like, damn, I got one of these, and I've only worn it once. It has a nice smell to it. This is from a house called Clean for Men. This is black leather. And these are not bad fragrances. If you're looking for something inexpensive, I think this one came from Marshall's in Jacksonville, Florida. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it was pretty cheap. But if somebody wants to trade for something, maybe throw this in as a package deal for something else, then this would work if you're interested. One I just picked up. I like the bottle. The fragrance is not, it doesn't perform well for me. I think I've worn it once to work, and it smelled great, like I just said. It just didn't last that long on me. So this one is up for grabs, and I paid $12 for it. So another cheapie. One that was recommended to me by some subscribers on my channel, Alfred Sung High, H-E-I. If I'm saying it wrong, oh well. This is one I picked up due to people hyping it up, saying that it smells great and all that kind of stuff. And it's not a bad smelling fragrance. It's just not what I'm into. It's not bad at all. I think I wore it to work one time. It's a cute little bottle. I don't think I got any compliments off of it, and most of the time if I don't get a compliment and the fragrance is just average or below average, I don't really care too much for it, and I won't even wear it again. So that's up for grabs. Jimmy Choo Man. Somebody said that they would want to give this one a try. A few people said that this is good. On me, no. 20 to 30 minutes from the time I left here to the time I got to my second job, this on my skin was completely gone. I couldn't even smell a trace of it, which put a bad taste in my mouth also with Jimmy Choo, because now I don't even want to try or attempt to try any other fragrances, despite what people say how good any other Jimmy Choo fragrance is. I don't want any part of it. So if somebody's interested in this one, I paid $30 some odd for this from Bell's. I have to get something equal value, or I would even be willing to take some samples for this. So if you have some fragrances like Parfums Vintage, or some other stuff that I haven't tested before or smelled before, I'll take some decants and trade for this. I'm willing to do that. This one is from the house of Territory. This is Territory Sport. And this one kind of has the Chanel Eau Extreme or Chanel Sport, Allure on Sport type vibe to it. Not a bad fragrance. I don't see any reason for me to keep this because I have Eau Extreme. But to me, it's nice. Now, don't get it twisted. This is in the Territory Wow box. And that's actually the one I wanted to try. But the guy who traded with me, or sold it to, traded with me, I think, he didn't have anything to put the fragrance in, so he just stuck it in this box. But I really wanted to try the Wow because I think it had like some berries or some fruit or something in it. And I like sweet fragrances, so I may want to give that one a try. But this one is not bad. I just don't want to keep it because I have Eau Extreme. Or Eau Extreme. From the house of Kenneth Cole, this is Signature. This one actually was on sale or on clearance, and I picked it up just to see what it was about. And it's okay. It's not all that. It's a more manly and masculine type fragrance. Not anything for casual wear. Maybe for like an event, like if you got on a suit or something like that, then this would probably work good for that. But on me, this didn't perform well either. So if somebody's interested, this is Tommy Bahama for him. And this one also was on sale or on clearance, one of the two, at one of our local stores at Bell's or either TJ Maxx. I think it was Bell's. This actually smells damn good. I like this one. Very nice. Very summery. It's semi-sweet. Very nice smelling. I may decide to keep this one. It doesn't perform well, as you know, most Tommy Bahama fragrances don't. But it's not bad, and I like the smell of it. So I may keep that one unless somebody's interested. Now, this one, I know everybody knows about Blaze and Ignite. I'm not a big fan of Beverly Hills Polo fragrances. My son, he fell in love with Ignite, and he took it with him. He wears the hell out of it. I smelled this one. It kind of, honestly speaking, puts me in the mind frame, and this one doesn't have plum in it, but these two smell eerily similar. Blaze and Windsor Pour On. They have the same kind of plum type vibe to it. Yeah, they smell damn similar. So, if you're looking for a cheaper version of Windsor, in which Windsor, you can find these for like $14.99 in a 100 ml bottle. But if you don't want to pay 15 bucks for something, which is ridiculous, then you can pick this up, and I think these run you between 7 to about 10 bucks. And make sure you get the cologne and not the body spray, because I had one of the body sprays and I hated it. I mean, it didn't smell bad, I just don't like the body sprays. But This one is up for grabs also. I know, like I said, you can pick this up almost anywhere, but you know, it is what it is. And Mont Blanc Presence is probably one of the last Mont Blanc fragrances that I have left. I got rid of a lot of other stuff that I probably should have kept, but who cares? I can always walk out across the street and probably find 3 or 4 Mont Blanc fragrances over there. So if I really wanted them back, I could just repurchase them. But this one is up for grabs also. Very nice smelling. And I talked to somebody earlier about Dunhill Fresh. And I said that I didn't have anything that smelled like it. Although Fresh to me is a lot better than this one, because this one kind of has a semi-barbershop type smell to it. They do have some similarities with the freshness, although I like Dunhill Fresh better. That Dunhill Fresh is amazing. I will pick that one over this one any day. And as you can see, I've only probably worn this once, and I don't even think I got any compliments off of this. I just got it because I was collecting Mont Blanc fragrances at the time, and this was one of them. So that's up for grabs. If anybody's looking for signature, as you can see, I've never worn this one. I bought it just because I had almost the whole set of English Laundry. I'm not a fan of this one. Some people say it reminds them of Le Male. I didn't get that. It does have that powdery type vibe to it. I'm not a fan of it. So if anybody's interested, I do have signature up, full bottle. This one is one I was interested in. I saw the note breakdown on Fragrance X. I ordered it. It's a cheapie. And it is from Creations Lamis or Lamis, however you say it, Lamis. This is Raphael, and this is one of those sweet fragrances. Smells nice. I think I've worn this once, no compliments, but it is a decent fragrance. It's something different. If somebody wanting to try it, here it is. This one I paid nothing for. Everybody kept telling me I should try it. I had the black version, the Guess Seductive Black. This one is the blue. I traded the black one, and then I picked this one up. This one is okay. It's kind of spicy, and I'm not really into a lot of spicy fragrances. So if anybody's interested in this one, I think this is a 50 ml bottle. It's up for grabs also. I know not a lot of people are into Penguin, but if somebody's interested, I have Ice Blue, brand new, never worn, still with the box. Pretty cheap fragrance. It smells okay to me. I think Trey Sense talked about this one, and I think he likes it. But you know, everybody's is susceptible to fragrances. Like, everybody's not gonna like the same stuff, depending on, you know, the scent or the projection, the longevity. It's always some kind of variable. I'm not a fan. Only reason why I bought it is because I had a small collection of Penguin fragrances, and I'm slowly almost have gotten rid of all of them. I think I may have gotten rid of the red top too. I think I just shipped that one off not too long ago. But this is probably the last one I have, and they have more that I could have got my hands on, but I just gave up trying. So this one is up also. I actually have 2 of these left. I traded off Noir, and which I sent it off today. This one is Ocean. This is by Bath and Body Works. As you can see, I usually use these to spray on after I get out the shower. They're pretty decent for that. Beyond that, I tried wearing them to work one time and they just didn't perform well. I had to keep reapplying. So if anybody's interested in trying some Bath and Body Works fragrances, these run you about 30 some odd dollars in store a piece. So I'm gonna have to at least, if I sell, get 25 out of it if possible. Trade value, I can do this one, and I have teak wood, in which I like teak wood. I might keep that one, but this one, it has to be something close to this price. I talked to somebody earlier, and they were interested in this Club de Nuit Man, and I'm not a fan of this. I actually think it was a dumb trade on my part. I can't even remember what I traded. I traded a damn good fragrance for this one, in my opinion, for an average one. But it's also similar to 1 million once again. I don't know if the guy is still interested in it, but it's on the list as of right now. Club de Nuit Man. What I have to have for this one, about 20. I think I put it at 30. So I'll be getting 25 out of it, and then the extra 5 would help towards shipping, because I'm about to stop or slow down on the trading, and if people are wanting things from me now, you're gonna have to start paying a little bit for shipping. You might not be able to pay I might not get you to pay the whole shipping, but at least put something on it. That's why the price on this one is about 30 bucks. I might be generous and do 25, and just take 20 for it, and then the 5 would help go towards shipping. But as of right now, I got this one at 30. That's with shipping. So don't think I'm just trying to get straight $30 out of this. No. A portion of that money is going towards shipping. Last two. Voyage Brown by Armaf is up. And also Seville. And these two, I have absolutely no idea what these are supposed to be clones of, nor do I really care. I wore this one to work once or twice, and I did get compliments off of it. And I've never worn this one. This is still a brand new bottle. It smells nice, very nice. I like it. I'm not sure if anybody's interested, but if not, I may keep this one. I just might wear this one tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, that's all I have, guys. I mean, I have more, but I don't feel like pulling out the rest of that stuff. And it's really not even worth pulling out, to be honest with you. I have 2 Marc Jacobs fragrances that I want to get rid of, and some stuff like that. So it's not even really worth pulling out. So this is what I have so far, guys, that's left over. If anybody's interested, hit me up. Let me know if you can put together a package, maybe some samples or something like that, then cool. I'd be willing to do, maybe a bottle for some samples or whatever. But just to be able to get rid of some of this, oh shit. When the hell did I shake this up? I'm not a big drinker of dark sodas. Somebody else bought this for me and left it in the refrigerator at work. I'm more into juice and water and stuff like that. Kool-Aid. I don't drink a lot of dark sodas, but since somebody bought it for me, I'm going to drink the hell out of it. So, thank you, Coca-Cola. There's my plug. I'm not getting paid for this, even though I'm plugging it. It's kind of sad that I'm not commercial enough. I talked about this earlier. That I'm not commercial enough or Hollywood enough for people to want to be able to take a chance and send samples. I wasn't asking these companies. I applied. I sent emails to like 5 or 6 different companies. I talked about this the other day, and I can't remember all of the companies, but I tried to get 5 or 6 different places. I emailed to ship me some samples so I can do some reviews, give you guys a little bit better content or whatever on fragrances, and every single one of them turned me down. All of them. John Varvatos was the only one who was more courteous, and it wasn't a turn down. It just seems like they were reluctant to do it. But everybody else was like straight up, hands down, we're not looking to do any more yada 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 and whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass to get no fragrances. You guys do me justice. Like I said, I appreciate it. I wouldn't even have the stuff that I have now if it wasn't for you guys. And this is not even all of them. And for my man who said something earlier about the carded samples that I showed, he says sell them to him. I'll sell them to you. Shoot me a price. Or, excuse me, if you have something that you want to trade for them, say some different samples of something that you may have. If you can decant something, like maybe some Parfums Vintage, or Rosia Dove or something like that, you can decant a little of and send. We can even swap like that. Or if you have a bottle of something that you want to get rid of, I'll send you all of those carded samples also. So I mean, that may seem like not an even trade, but it's something just to think about. I'm not trying to get over on anybody. I'm just trying to throw ideas out there. You're a grown man and grown women that are on my channel. You can make those kind of decisions. So with that being said, I am out of here, guys. Let me plug Coke one more time. Coca-Cola. I don't even drink Coke. I like Pepsi, but and that ain't nothing like, I'm gonna throw this out there before I leave. How many of you guys have ever had ice cold Pepsi and you stick it in the refrigerator or the freezer, you let it get that little bit of slush in it, and then you hit it, and it gets so good to you to the point where you're drinking it and you damn near don't want to stop. You just keep going. Like, that is amazing to me how that happens. Like, it happens to me every time I get an ice cold drink like a Pepsi. And every now and then I'll drink a dark soda, but I'll have a Pepsi ice cold, and it's just something about that Pepsi. It's not on the same level as Coke and all that other stuff. It's like up here when it comes to drinking soft drinks. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. Maybe somebody will get a laugh out of that. And maybe can relate. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.